What is going on, guys? Richard here with Bearded Bricks. This week we're going to talk about another Brickmania review. This is by far the best set I've ever built in my life. It is the heavy bomber, the B-17G Flying Fortress. Now, as always, Brickmania does not supply me with any of these instructions or stickers. You do have to get all these by yourself. Then you will be responsible for getting all the Lego pieces, however you choose to do so. Now, don't forget, if you haven't yet, like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. It'll let you know that every time I post one of these. If you haven't yet, go check out all of the other review videos. All the instructions and stickers for the sets are down in the description. Now, let's talk a little bit about the history of the B-17G bomber. The B-17, also known as the Flying Fortress, is a 4-engine heavy bomber developed in the 1930s for the United States Army Air Corps. Being the third most produced bomber of all time, it was primarily employed by the United States Air Force in the Daylight Strategic Bombing Campaign of World War II against German industrial, military, and civilian targets. The B-17 participated to a lesser extent in the Pacific War early in the World War II, where it conducted raids against Japanese shipping and airfields. By the time the definitive B-17G appeared, the number of guns had been increased from 7 to 13, and all the designs of the gun stations were finalized and other adjustments were completed. The B-17G was the final version of the Flying Fortress, incorporating all the changes that had been made to its predecessors. 8,680 bombers were built, and many of the B-17Gs were converted for other missions such as cargo hauling, engine testing, and reconnaissance. The plane was equipped with turrets in the upper fuselage, the belly, and the tail, and all but the last turret was power operated, and each mounted a pair of 50 caliber machine guns. This increased firepower made the B-17 a formidable opponent for enemy fighters, particularly when flying in a tightly stacked defensive formation for mutual protection. The basic element of a typical formation was a squadron box of 9 or 12 aircraft. 3 squadron boxes staggered vertically and horizontally formed a group. 3 groups in a trail performed a combat wing. Now, in the event that it needed such tight defense formations over Europe compromised the accuracy of the Norden bomb sight, since the individual bomb runs were not possible without breaking the formation. The whole bomb formations had to drop their loads on the lead bombarder's command, and the inevitable small differences in timing heading led to the dispersed bomb patterns. Now, like I said before, this is the best Brickmania set that I've ever built, and it is better than any Lego set I've ever built. The only Lego set that comes close to this is the UCS Falcon, and it still doesn't add up to what this thing does. Now, when it comes to getting the pieces for this thing is covered in hundreds of tiles, hundreds of slopes. It is not cheap, and this is by far one of the most expensive sets I have ever paid for. If you take a look at the front, you can see the wings are cantered, and you can see that when I lift and put this thing down, just how much weight this thing has on it by the wings folding in and out like that. This set does require 10 Brick Arms 50 cal machine guns and 4 brick built bombs that are inside the hull. All the flaps operate just like they would in real life on this plane. They all move up and down, including the tail fin and the 2 on the back. Now, the landing gear does retract in the rear. It does so by turning this right here, this gear. You can see the landing gear come in and out. I have actually put bricks on the bottom of this so it's not sitting on the weight of the wheels. One of those reasons being I don't want it to fall. I don't want it to break. This is a little bit more sturdy, and I didn't want the weight of the wheels on the Technic pieces up here or in the front. Now, the front's done a little different. I'm going to try to lift this thing up and show you. It is done by pulling a tab out in the front right here. When you pull this tab, the wheel does go inside. Alright, that's sketchy. I'm putting this thing back together, and I'm putting it back down. Now, the fig placement in this is actually pretty simple. All you do is kind of lift this up and slide this back. This comes out. The gunner seat right here in the rear, you can pop this gun off. The front of this lifts off to show you where the 2 pilot seats are. There are tons of detail up front, as I will show, and then the front gun this pops off and you can put people in there. Also, there is room for 2 more people back here to control the machine guns. That is not so easy to get to. On the back there is a little door right here. You open the door and you can put another gunner back here. Now, I do not have the 50 cals mounted to the rear of this, nor do I have one of the guns right here, just solely for the purpose of how it fits up here and how it sits up against the wall. It doesn't allow that to kind of work at all. It's going to hit the guns off, and then when it comes to the gun on the other side, it just kind of crams it up to another set, but I do have them. Now, for all the brick arms pieces you will have for this, you will need 8 long air-cooled 50 cal barrels, 2 short, and then 2 of the M2 HB machine guns for the rear. This also requires you to get 2 of the 50 caliber ammo boxes. All you're going to do if you want to do that is just kind of put them on the inside. That is actually something you really don't have to have. But if you want to be a completionist like I am, you will buy them. They are stuffed inside of mine, and no, I will not try to get them out. Now, the one thing that sucks about buying this set, in my opinion, like I did and getting the instructions, is you miss out on the minifigures. I did get the minifigure sticker pack to recreate these, and I do have the minifigures here. I will be doing a separate video showing you how to use the Brickmania sticker packs on the minifigs and stuff like that, but this will be the first set that I complete all the minifigures for. Now, this set does say it is a difficulty 5 out of 5, and I highly agree with that. This thing is insane to build and is not easy. You pretty much build it in different sections and then kind of put it all together and then kind of lock it together with pieces on the outside, and it is not easy. Connecting these wings together, if I had not had help, would not have been done. It is actually pretty hard. This set does weigh 10 pounds, so it does not make it that easy to lift. But after having it complete, this is a set that I do put on a pedestal. I will tell you that this is the best thing I have ever built. I'm absolutely in love with this. If I ever decide to quit doing this, I can get rid of any of these sets as long as I were to keep this. I have no problem in that. This set is absolutely amazing. There are 2 more massive planes like this, one being the Skytrain and another one being the Blackwing. I have both the instructions for it, and I am slowly buying pieces, so those will come soon also. Unlike all the other Brickmania sets that I've built, if you were going to build this and if you're going to buy this, build it and set it somewhere. Do not try to play with it. All the other Brickmania kits I have, you can literally just swoosh around. You can run the tanks around. You can run over things. The airplanes pieces might fall apart. The tank pieces might fall apart. But it's really easy to put back together. I do not recommend you doing that with this. I recommend you building this thing and putting it on its shelf in the glory that it has and just letting it shine. So if you're a World War II fan, any kind of military fan, or just a fan of Brickmania, this set is a must-have. You need to get this set. Not only does this set have a lot of detail on the outside, it does have a lot of detail on the inside. Both cockpits are both stickered. They look amazing. All the wings that have the stickers on the edges of them, all of the fins that have the little blade stickers, the engine all has exhaust stickers on them, the American stars and stripes on the side, the label on the back for the Brickmania kit, all of it is just absolutely amazing. Now, I will say the price tag that comes with building this is heavy. It is not for the faint of heart, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed in this. One of the other features with this is you can pick this up, open the flaps right here, and you can see the bombs. The bombs are not easy to get in there, but they are easy to release. That is one of the things that I do not recommend doing, is playing with this a lot. Like I said, you will break stuff. Stuff will fall off. It will become a pain. If you watched us live stream this, it was not easy to keep everything together. It weighs a lot and does not like being moved. After you get this thing full of minifigs, if you're wanting to put it back together, it is pretty simple. This just kind of attaches right here in the front. This slides on right here. The gunner for the center section just slides down into here, and then this connects back on the top like so. And then this just kind of slides in the middle and sits down on top of it like that. Like I said, it's real easy to put minifigures in, but it's also really easy to break. I know that Lego is going to break, but I'm telling you, you will hate yourself if you keep breaking this thing. I would like to say again that this is the best set. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to like down below, subscribe to the channel. There is tons of pictures included in here. There's tons of pictures that will be put up on Instagram of this. Also, go follow my Instagram. Subscribe to me there. Subscribe to the channel here. Come back next week to see what else I post. Peace.